Hello, everybody. Beside COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency. Is the price going up? Is the price coming down? My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. Every week, we will be sharing videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if this is a topic that you would like to learn more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel and gently tap the thumbs up so that we can send you notification whenever the video is up. If you click on the notification also, right? Now, we are very, very fortunate today to have my friend, one of the leading educator in the area of financing and cryptocurrency in this region and perhaps in the world, right? We want to welcome Dr. Clement Chang.
Yay! Thank you so much, Richard, for having me. I'm excited to be back here again with the fresh start of the week.
Thank you, Dr. Clement. Thank you for your time and thank you for the wisdom. Now, with Dr. Clement Chan, he will be able to help us bring focus, right, into this subject. Today, there's a lot of news all over the place. Someone need to decipher them, make sense of all this news. So, Dr. Clement, over the last many videos, we hardly talk about altcoin. Can you explain to us in layman terms what is altcoin? And there are many thousands of altcoin out there. If we are going to select just 3 altcoin to focus on, what is your recommendation and why do you recommend this 3 coin?
Wow, that's a great start to a great discussion. First of all, I want to shift all of us to the de facto ranking site among all the crypto players of the world. So we're going to take a look at CoinMarketCap. And in the past, it was used to be an independent company. And let me give you all some context, 3 major points. In the past, they were an independent company. And then they were ranking all the different coins based on the following criteria, from cryptocurrencies, and then all the way to crypto exchanges, and so on. Then step 2, Binance came along and acquired this company. So right now, CoinMarketCap 100% is owned by Binance. And as a result, there's some kind of changes that are going on behind the scene for ranking crypto exchanges. And somehow Binance became de facto number 1 right now. So that's point number 2. So over here, when we go to this particular page right here, and you can see right at the top header here, this is what we are really interested in. The total crypto market cap right now standing at 1.44 trillion. Now, Bitcoin hit about 1 trillion market cap back in the days of February this year. And then when I start to scroll down, these are currently the top 10 coins in the world. Wow, look at this, Richard. Wow, all the way to number 10. Now, gives everybody some context. Now, Bitcoin will forever be number 1 because it simply is the de facto. And more importantly, of the fact that it has a very limited supply of 21 million coins to be mined, of which 18 million coins were already mined. And that's the reason why right now it's standing at 643 billion market cap. Now, the second one, which is quite a far distance from Bitcoin, is actually Ethereum, 267. So it's quite far, quite a long distance to catch up. Now, I want to highlight to everybody the de facto coin that every crypto trader must have is actually the US Tether, otherwise known as the USDT. Now, this is very common. And I just spoke, Richard, I just spoke to one big fat crypto whale in the market, and he was telling me that he has like millions of USDT on standby right now, in fact, ready to wall up Bitcoin as the pricing evolves over the next 2 to 3 months. So Tether, I square out here, and then the next one is Binance Coin right over here. Now, Binance Coin, they have been moving very fast, extremely fast, and the market will be very shocked because why? They are able to effectively bring down the cost of gas fees, transaction fees, trading fees, and all that. And of course, Binance being the de facto crypto exchange of the world, they will push for their own Binance Coin, which is known as BNB. So those who are trading on BNB, you are sitting on the whole growth of Binance itself. Then, of course, as we go down, the favorite coin that's been talked about by Elon Musk is none other than our Dogecoin. It started off as a meme joke, but today, Richard, market cap is 31 billion.
Wow.
And in fact, in the latest filing by Robinhood, just about a few days ago, they informed Securities Exchange Commission they will be going to IPO. And one of the clause that caught everybody's attention is that Dogecoin itself bring over 30% contribution to the revenue growth this year on one coin itself. So this is really, really hot. And of course, Elon Musk is still teasing all of us every single day about Dogecoin and so on, right? And then I go down to Uniswap. Uniswap is really, really powerful because this, at one point in time, the volume has surpassed Binance. This is because of the whole DeFi evolution, decentralized finance, from yielding to staking and so on. So this is really, really hot right now. And as a result, many good projects right now are focused on using the Polkadot platform. So these are all new and evolving. But, Richard, your question is, what are the top 3 altcoins? I want to lead you to one very important place, and all of you can arrive at your own conclusion. And the place I want to bring you to is this place called ICO Bench. Now, this is the place where we look for de facto projects, because blockchain on itself is useless unless there are projects building on top of the blockchain layer. So over here, this was like the leader of the pack. And start off, we go to this place called the 334 experts who are active on ICO Bench. I click on it. Here we go. And let's see what it got to show us right over here. And somehow, Richard, you find a very familiar face right up there. I don't know if you've seen it or not. My ranking is still preserved right here.
Okay, I see someone I know. Clement Jiang, Dr. Clement Jiang. Wow.
I'm still fortunately ranked among the top 10. I was at one point in time very, very active in this community. I rated over 271 blockchain projects.
Wow.
From, if you want to tokenize oil, tokenize wine, whiskey, painting, building properties, you name it, all the ideas are found right here. That's the reason why I want to lead our viewers to this page, and you can get a flavor of it. Now, as I go kind of scroll up right here, this is really important to give us a status quo on the blockchain that's right now being built in the world today. As you can see, Ethereum stands at number 1. 4,961 projects were built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. Now, what we are discussing about is what projects are building on top of the layer of the blockchain. This is really, really important, all right? Now, Wave is only standing at number 2 at 134, Stellar at number 383, and then the rest is really almost negligible already, because you do not have quantity of projects, you will not have quality of projects. So that's the reason why Binance came out with their own BNB coin and asked everybody to build on top of the Binance blockchain layer itself. So this is really, really powerful stuff. And of course, you guys can take a look at all the different blockchain projects that's out there. This is like humongous, starting from platform, or what we call platform, cryptocurrency, business services, investment, everything can be found out here. And I encourage all of our users to go and check it out. Back to you, Richard.
Okay. So, well, that will help us, help all the viewers make your own decision, right? So the decision should be what is the popular use of the altcoin, and will determine the supply and demand. Now, Dr. Clement, there are a few advocates now in the crypto market. They only believe in investing for long haul, just Bitcoin. I can mention 2 of them, right? They are diehard hogger of Bitcoin. One, of course, is Michael Saylor. The other is Jack Dorsey, right? So both of them, they are billionaire. If you talk to them about Ethereum or any other thing, they will still bring you back to focus on Bitcoin, because they say that Bitcoin is like the foundation. Just like, and they bring a lot of example, like, you buy land in Manhattan. The land in Manhattan is very, very rare. And if you have bought it like 100 years ago today, it's worth a lot of money. But on the land, you can build buildings, you can build factory, you can build office, etc. So they advocate that you buy Bitcoin, store it for not just 1 year, 2 year, or just trade it, but store it for 10 years, 20 years, even 100 years. What have you got to say to that?
Well, that's a really, really great opener, Richard, because you see, step one, they come from the perspective of a billionaire. Now, the meaning of a billionaire means someone up at the top of the wealth pyramid. And let me give the stats to the viewers here today. Of the world's population, every single man on planet Earth, the top of the wealth pyramid is defined as less than 1% who has a liquid cash of US $1 million or more. But this is a very, very small figure. And I believe that only those right at the top of the pyramid has the kind of power to hold on for the future. So that brings me to the second point. The second point is this: when exactly is your entry price for Bitcoin? Now, if you bought like on the first, second, or third halving event of Bitcoin, you will have a very, very nice entry price to begin with, meaning to say today you're already sitting on nice profit. So for example, last year when I led my community to trade live on Bitcoin halving third event itself, our average price was about 8,000.
Wow.
And we are sitting between 5 to 7 times of the profit. I'm talking about 500 to 800% profit unrealized. But right now, the price of Bitcoin from 60,000 has dropped to 30,000. Then your unrealized profit has also equivalently dropped by half. Then the question is, those who are in it already, you sit on great profits, congratulations. You can hang out the right, really sleeping well every night with a peace of mind. Or scenario 2, you bought at a high price, right now it has dropped. Then of course the feeling sucks because fear and greed will kick in and you kind of hodling over there, HODL, wondering what to do next. You're kind of feeling anxious about it. And this is where, Richard, yourself and myself, we come in every week, single week, to kind of brainstorm, talk about the latest ideas of Bitcoin. We come in to help you to have the conviction and commitment to stay through the journey with us. Not just 1 month, 1 year, but 10 years. Look out 10 years to the future and see how beautiful this is. And that leads me to point number 3. Right over here, a test of fear and greed is this. So every week we have been doing this, and I start off with 30th of June. Back then, 30th of June, what happened? It shot to a high of 36,000. And we just pull out our calendar and look at 30th of June. What exactly does 30th of June means? It means last Wednesday. Now, almost every 1 week, we have 3-4 times on the YouTube with you guys to hang out the ride. Last Wednesday hit a $36,600. And it's always kind of touching a really, really nice, beautiful round number right up here. All right, $36,600. And then out of a sudden, the guy decided to go down to 32,699. So this journey, those who are not committed, do not have the conviction, they'll drop out. They will end up selling at a loss. And they're wondering what's going on. Because the first reaction is, I don't want to lose too much. But in fact, the moment they sell, or you sell, you have already lost. The idea is never to sell at a loss. Do not do that. This is the golden commandment. In Bitcoin, we never sell at a loss. We simply hang on for the ride. Hang on your dear life. And you see what happens to those who sold. The price from 32,699, move up to 36,000 again. So this up and down will invoke fear and greed. Now, you can only get rid of fear and greed if you have a long-term perspective of Bitcoin. And that's the reason why we're putting together all these ideas, telling everyone in the community, hey, there's so many big boys coming in from Germany to El Salvador, to US, opening up 26 million accounts, to a whole bunch of Bitcoin ETF waiting for SEC approval, to 21st of July, Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey will face off on the B plan, to so many things that's coming up. And that's the reason why this whole idea of us sharing with you all to connect the dots is so important, right, Richard? And, thank you so much for leading our movement.
Thank you, Clement. Thank you, Clement, for that wisdom. Now, just now you mentioned also there's lots of money going into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Like the last video, we talked about the German opening up their institution, 4,000 institution that they can put 20% of their money into crypto and Bitcoin. And then we have major banks. We mentioned about major banks, 650 major banks that can allow 25 million of their customer to buy Bitcoin. And the last video, we even mentioned about George Soros has turned his interest and attention to Bitcoin. Now, even with all this positive news, as you have mentioned just now, the price is still hovering about 35, 36, 34, 35, 36, right? And not increase significantly. Now, can you share with us, what do you see is happening in the market? Now, there's a saying, just in line with what you have mentioned just now, there's a saying by Warren Buffett that says, trading is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. So what have you got to say to the question I mentioned earlier?
In fact, there are three big things, Richard, three really big things that we are looking out for right now. Number one is always the adoption level. And we went through this before in our previous interview where we look at the population count. Right now, we have over 300 million Bitcoin users with wallets. And some of them created multiple wallets like myself, right? Okay. So we already have a very high adoption rate compared to the past. Number two, do we have the support of the institutions? Yes, more and more institutions are coming on board. And, we even have a kind of like a dedicated website just to track public as well as private companies, which are shown right here. And we brought up a really, really important number for everyone to kind of check it out. And that is this number right here. We say that, okay, at Bitcoin Treasuries, if we are looking at the number of everything under ETF, countries, participation, public companies, private companies that's already verified on the blockchain, they only control 6.89%. And the question is, do you want to wait for this number to be above 10%, then you take part, or you can take part right now and wait for the floodgates to open to surpass 10%? This is a really important question. And that's the reason why that leads us to number three. These guys are not stupid people. I mean, you talk about all these public companies that's already scrutinized by the regulators, by the board of directors, and most importantly, by the shareholders who give them money to do what? To buy Bitcoin, mama. I mean, we are not operating like stealth ninja. You do not know our identity. You do not know there's a public persona. No, we are all very public people right here. Look at all this smart money that's in. They are not stupid. They are very, very smart people. Tesla, MicroStrategy, Galaxy, Voyager, Square, Marathon. These are extremely smart people who are involved in payment systems. They already know Bitcoin is a store of value. But whether we want to debate it to become a payment tool or a payment coin or payment derivative, that's for the public to debate. But it's already a store of value. That's the reason why these guys put so much money in here. These are very smart people. And that's the reason why Warren Buffett is probably right. The money will go to the guy who's patient enough to hang out for the ride, but also the guy who has the tenacity, resilience, and capacity to hold out. So we are telling all of you as a community, you got to own this asset. Now, what price to own right now is floating at what Richard has mentioned, the 34 to 36,000 range. We enlarge it a little bit more, it's between the 30 to 40,000 range, which is a nice kind of sleeping giant price. But don't wait for the giant to wake up. Don't wait for the number to break 10%. By then, you start killing yourself every day. How come I didn't listen and didn't get in?
Wow. That's good. Now, next question, Dr. Clement, is what is the worst case scenario for Bitcoin in July, August? Not like long term, but just July and August. What do you think is the short term? What do you think is the short term worst case scenario?
Wow, and that's a really, really powerful question. You know, I always want to take the lead from this guy called Michael Saylor, right? And you guys really got to follow him on Twitter. He's such a major influencer today because he has 1.3 million followers. That's like huge, humongous monster kind of following count, right? 1.3 million followers. He can influence so many people. But the real number that we want to go down to really kind of a thrill on Michael Saylor is this. As I'm scrolling down, there are many news articles that he posts up. But the most important to us as crypto players in the marketplace is this one that's coming up right here. A little bit more, and we're going to hit it really soon. And here we here we go. This is the most important piece. This piece will give us kind of a setup expectation, all right? Now, there are three parts to this particular tweet right here. Part one, he recently on 21st of June, he went in to buy 13,000 Bitcoins and he dumped in $489 million. And this money came from where? The public markets. I shared previously, he's the only man on planet Earth to do 4 kinds of fundraisings just to buy Bitcoin as a public company, from a reverse Dutch auction all the way to notes and all the way to selling his equities in the company. Then this price of which he put in 489 million, he averagely paid $37,617 per Bitcoin. And if you want to just look at this single transaction that's worth $500 million, today you can go in to buy much lower than him, because today is trading at 34,000. You are already buying below a big fat whale. But if we look at the second and third point is this. Officially right now, he owns 105,000 Bitcoins accumulated over time, 105,085. But the most magical number is his average price is 26,080, 26080. This is the price to look out for. Now, how do we look out for this price? 3 very important points. Number one, Michael Saylor still has a war chest of $1 billion. He just sold off his equities in the companies. He raised $1 billion at 0% interest rate. He's paying those who are holding on to his long-term notes. So this $1 billion has not been deployed yet. And that's how transparent Michael Saylor is. He's on standby mode. Number two, Bitcoin has been testing the 30,000 support line really many times. So we go back over here and kind of switch back to the one-day candle chart. And we spoke about this at length as well. This is the kind of a 30,000 range. And I just draw my arrow right over here beautifully. Right there. How many times it has been breached? 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. 3 times, the hair just touched it. The body of the candle did not even fall on it. You can just imagine the guy tiptoe there, touch, walk back again, right? So it's like alarm system. So 3 times he tested it, refused to break through. Then the third point, if he wants to break through, it will go straight for Michael Saylor's price, which is 26080. That's the price we're aiming at. So the question is for everyone to think about right now, what would Michael Saylor do if the price touches his break-even price of 26080? Remember, he has $1 billion war chest. Remember, every single day, he's speaking to the most powerful money managers of the world, convincing public companies to private companies to allocate 1 to 5% of their cash to owning Bitcoin? That is the big topic of the day. Back to you, Richard.
Wow. That's great discipleship thing of the information. I think that if he hit his break-even point, right, he not only will dump in the 1 billion, he will find some way to get another 1 or 2 billion to buy. So, and that will cause the market to move, right? And it will move up, right? So let's wait and see. Okay, now I personally am very, very positive and bullish about Bitcoin. I felt that this is one of the best financial opportunity of this decade for ourselves and for our generation to come. And that's the reason why I'm promoting the Global Bitcoin Festival. It is a gathering of industrial experts and also the enthusiastic community of Bitcoin holder, right? To update, to promote, educate, and adoption of Bitcoin. It is a movement. So, Dr. Clement, what can you say to those who want to know more about Bitcoin and capitalize on this opportunity?
Yeah, Richard, you really snap it spot on. And we are right now speaking to so many big fat Bitcoin whales in the marketplace. Of course, certain things we don't say in the public right now because discussion is ongoing. But what I do know is this, the timing is very, very spot on. The timing is exactly all these questions that we've been dealing with over the past few weeks. And that is number one. At this range of 30 to 40,000 range, with the Bitcoin treasuries sitting at less than 7%, and we are waiting for it to break above 10%, how do we catch the spike before it happens? And that's the reason why this Global Bitcoin Festival is very, very important. Number one, in terms of its timing. We know things will start to unfold in the next 2-3 months and unfold in a very big way. Number two, before it unfolds, what is really important is for all of our listeners to really connect your own dots. Now, you are sitting there getting excited about the pricing, getting excited about all these new terminologies, understanding the blockchain, understanding how to withdraw deposit into your wallet. You're facing so many little hurdles, but you're not connecting the dots because a synthesis process needs to take place before you have that kind of commitment as the way we speak about it. And the third point, which is really, really important, is this: what is the immediate action you can take right now? And that is simply go below the link there and register for the Global Bitcoin Festival. Go and at least register for it. Let all these influencers empower you with the next level of thinking, and most importantly, the ability to take action. Because you can sit through and watch and nothing's going to happen until you take action. So I want to encourage you, go right now and take action. We are very committed players, and I'm so grateful that Richard is leading the movement among all of us here, and he's connecting to the big fat whales out there. And we are really having a big surprise in store for all of us who's joining the Global Bitcoin Festival. Yes, thank you, Richard.
Thank you once again, Dr. Clement, for all your wisdom that can help so many of us to understand in a very, very short time. And for those of you, this is a great opportunity to be in an environment that will encourage you to grow and to create wealth. So click the link below to be involved with the Global Bitcoin Festival. So once again, thank you everybody. And most of all, thank you, Dr. Clement, for your time and your wisdom. So till we meet again in the next video. Thank you so very, very much.